here we are at the Toronto launch party at the Meltdown Toronto, which is almost open.
Almost.
It is
Hype,
almost
hype, hype.
open. Yeah, and so we're here kicking off the Legacy. This is the Legacy of the Void.
This is the Legacy of the
It
Void.
is.
We're in the Void right now.
Yeah, if you've ever wondered, like, the whole story of the Void, this will be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The campaign, that's not canon. Right now is canon.
Right now is really what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And we have two heroes with special hero powers playing against each other.
Yep.
In what I believe is a best of 7, right?
I believe it is,
Best
yes.
of 7.
So we're going to see every single new map that Blizzard made, which is incredible because they made some very interesting maps.
They did. New tile sets that have not been seen before.
Though also
Maybe.
new from the Void.
Exactly.
A little bit, yeah.
They spent a lot on the flooring.
Yes.
One of them is actually a really nice hardwood.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
good.
It brings
And
the
that'll
value
last
up.
long too. That's going to increase the value of the map.
It really does, as long
substantially.
as I'm worried about Reapers scratching it, but still.
Yeah, those grenades.
It'll be pretty good.
We'll find out soon if they're grenade proof or not.
Yeah, that is a concern. So obviously our two heroes, Toronto legends, and two just very short people. We have MaSa and HuK.
Yes. It's
HuK, of course.
It's hard to say which one is better,
Yeah.
and also which one is shorter.
That is hard to say.
These are two questions that we're going to answer today.
Yeah, it's hard to comment on. MaSa just recently left the team route.
Ooh, yes, he
Yeah.
did. Said he wanted to pursue new opportunities.
He did say that.
He's a very, very, very talented player.
Yeah.
Honestly, world class. Really, really not well known for how good he is.
No, but
I
now
could
that
see him
he's
getting
been able to escape Canada,
yes,
like now that he's allowed to leave the country, then that should.
which
take
people
off.
might think that Endersword's making a joke, but that is
No,
actually
it's
true.
Not allowed.
Yes.
Was not allowed to leave the country until like last summer.
Yes, which is
Yeah.
why he couldn't compete in many lands,
Yeah.
really any outside
But now
of Canada.
trying to make a name for himself.
Yes, and doing a good job. He hasn't really shown any big results yet, but clearly not as many as
continually
HuK.
makes WCS.
Yes,
you
which
know,
is
and
impressive.
then he always stops at the round before you would see him
Yes.
live. Well, he went to Germany once.
Which is considerate of him. It's
Yeah.
it's kind of him to let other people have the limelight.
Yeah. So we are going to be kicking things off on the first map of the night, Prion Terraces. It's a condo built by Protoss.
Yep.
It's a very nice spot overlooking a lake. Price is starting at $299.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
And in the bottom right corner, representing himself, it is MaSa.
It sure is. And up here, on the top left-hand corner of the map, we have representing Team Evil Geniuses. He is HuK.
Yes. And right off the bat, you can see, in case you haven't read the patch notes for Legacy of the Void, you can see they start with a whole lot more workers.
Definitely a lot more workers. It means that there's less time to natter about nonsense at the start of the game. Luckily, we did that in the intro.
Yes.
So you get to see action go right away. MaSa's going for the gas right off the bat. The Protoss pretty much has to start a pylon immediately.
Yes.
In order to not supply block themselves.
As does the Terran,
Yeah,
so that they can get out that
I
barracks.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this is interesting.
Yeah, we got the sneakiness.
taking advantage of the map features a little bit right here. As you can see, there's a double
step.
cliff.
The Reaper step.
Yes.
Yeah, Reaper step is there.
Oh, and as we can see on the left side, just between the main and the natural, a big pylon.
A big pylon.
Just
it's powering all of Prion Terraces.
Wow, that is amazing.
It
That seems like a
It
vulnerability.
controls the central heat.
Ooh.
For the condo.
Yeah, that's a big vulnerability.
Yeah.
That's really important. Got to make sure that that's safe. And we do see an expansion coming down from HuK. And MaSa scouts that, going to send his SEV back into the main. Cybercore coming down, no Zealot on the way. And we do see a second gas.
Yeah, and that Reaper about halfway out now. will
gonna
soon be
just
jumping up into that base.
Zap those probes a little bit, drill them away.
Very close to it, and I expect, a second one will follow
Yep.
along with that. And of course, it's coming in not only before Stalker's done, but before the Cyber
harassing with the. Ooh, that is nice. Oh, does get the SCV
does actually kill it.
Nice grenade. Hits 3 probes. Already got 2 kills. Almost gets rounded there. Wow. Nice micro, though, from MaSa. Manages to dodge that grenade shot, but still 3 kills already. 4 kills. Wow. This is doing a lot.
Doing a fair bit of damage here.
Adept is about to pop out. He's chronoing that. Nice dodge on the grenade. But still gonna... Ooh, does get that fifth probe. And he's going to have to back off for a little bit.
Will back off. Adepts, of course, are very tanky. It's, you know, before you often have to just chase around with the Zealot for a bit until you wanted to get a Stalker
he shades, and it's going to actually give a big opportunity here for MaSa to run in.
He will outrun that.
Is he gonna find that probe?
Really
he does find it. Nice. Double grenade. Ooh, gets, I think, just one of them hits.
The shade.
Oh, wow.
Trying to corner
Look at that damage. That is huge damage. Oh, and it looks like he's going to get the second Reaper, maybe. Can he outrun the shade? No, gets it. That is a big, really nice micro there from HuK.
Yeah, does clean it up there. Quite good.
Oh, wow.
Still
he's actually
another one
building
coming
another
as
Reaper.
The shades actually, or the Adepts move out. Using shade acceleration towards the base in the bottom right.
We do see a Twilight Council coming out from HuK behind us, so he's just going to harass with these 2 Adepts and and a Robo. Wow, nice.
There's a bunker coming down for MaSa as well, but not ready yet.
There is actually no answer for this. Okay, there is a Mothership Core. So
he's walled off, which is his saving grace at the moment. Mothership Core comes
3
out.
probes going down from this additional Reaper. And meanwhile, back at MaSa's base, we have that bunker did not complete. Oh, this is going to be a pain.
Yeah, definitely annoying. Adepts do such good work against any light unit.
Lowers the supply depot?
He wants, I guess, to let these guys up. He saw the move back out.
Wow.
Will he
bit of a mistake from HuK had a big opportunity right there to kill not just 2 SCVs, but run into the main.
Yeah. Sit with the shades for vision, see what's going on.
Should cancel
He's
those.
Trying to see if any SCV will come out on the low ground.
Yep.
But, a little bit until they do.
When you're such high level like these players are, you want to grab as many advantages as you can.
Right there. I almost feel like this is a bait.
It was. I think it might have been a bait. Actually, yeah, I think you're right about that.
That's exactly what it was, to make them feel like they should stay, and then they traded the mule off for the Adepts.
They did, yes. Since losing that mule, it's theoretical money. You're actually killing actual resources for it, so it's a good trade for MaSa. We do see 3 more gateways coming down in the natural as well as double gas. So HuK just powering up, getting Blink and Stimpack coming through for MaSa. So he is going to be going bio. No surprise there.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can get a lot more tech, obviously, done in the early parts of the game now that the economy is so much more accelerated.
Yes.
And one of the biggest additions to that is earlier access to things like gas, which you usually wouldn't be able to divert that many workers to. Now you start with so many more, you can get that sort of thing out a lot quicker and actually tech up.
Yes, and we do see an interesting little situation coming out from MaSa. He's going for a Viking. Oh, wow, nice. Picks out that Observer before it sees anything. Yep. That is really painful. Going to cost a lot of robo time. Definitely worth the scan. But we do see a Viking coming out from MaSa before medevac. That's something you don't often see.
Yeah, very true. I guess one other threat that's become much bigger is, of course, the Warp Prison play.
Yes.
And the
that
Viking is really the only way to deal with that now. So that can actually take precedence over.
So we do see that second Observer coming in. Is going to get a scout on the base.
Here underneath the refinery, but not going to kill the Observer or anything, which requires
Oh, wow, look at this. We see Fast Storm coming out from HuK.
Yeah.
And looks like he wants to potentially go Adept, Immortal, Templar, potentially, as his unit comp.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Is going for, wow, that's very rare, going for the attack upgrades instead of armor.
Yeah, I've seen some debate on that now, too, over, like in the new game, he always did go for armor against Terran.
Yes.
But now that a lot of your units are more attack-based, it's a little more of a toss-up compared to when Zealots were purely shields.
Yes, yeah.
You know, So
yeah, a lot more.
like
that's
now
a good
your
point.
adapter actually getting some use out of it. So
we do see that Warp Prism. It's about to go into the main now. Not sure where that Viking is that was designed to zone that.
Yeah. Viking
First medevac popping out. Okay, Viking just below it.
He is in a good position here to when that swings in to trap from behind.
Yes.
So that he can't just go away.
And double medevac drop coming out. That's going to have stim and +1.
Both of them sticking on 2 bases thus far here.
Yeah, that's something you can't really do in Legacy of the Void as much. They're going to be, especially for Terran, you're going to start mining out those resources with mules
very
a
quickly,
lot quicker.
especially because of mules. For what HuK is doing,
oh,
however,
wow, this could be a big trap right here.
Coming in here now. The observer does see it. The stalkers are in place. Blink
oh,
forward.
Could he get one medevac? That's
almost
big.
Full medevac.
Going to pick off the observer, but obviously too late. Still,
the
oh wow,
down even.
That's a nice move. Notices that he's killed off enough units. Is he going to be able to blink again and pick this off?
I think
oh, blinked the wrong way.
Went the wrong way.
Meanwhile, we do nice
more coming in.
showing that little replay, that beautiful little snipe.
Right, replay.
And the Warp Prism has still not gone into the main.
Yeah, I think he may intend to distract here with the stalkers at the front.
I think you're right about that.
Them in. He'll come in, blink black probably.
Nice, snipes that medevac. That is a big pickoff.
Yeah, and has to skedaddle out of there.
Wow, look at all those units are now damaged because of that stim. And there's just one medevac, but it's on the left. It's on the left-hand side of the map, getting ready to drop the natural.
Come in here. Did take out the shot from that Widow Mine as well, and will now be taken out. These will get cleaned up here in the mineral line.
Not really going to do any damage, to be honest. Well, they killed 4 SCVs, but that Marauder just tanking a depth shots like a champ. Meanwhile, in the natural, the Protoss, we have a... Oh, wow, 10 workers have gone down. Looks like Widow Mine shot just, wow, absolutely ravaged the natural. And that's...
Indeed, a lot of worker deaths so far in this game on both ends of things.
HuK only at 36 workers. That is going to hurt. Meanwhile, in the middle of the map, could see a big engagement. Huge storm.
On
oh, wow.
Blinking right forward into it.
And HuK might just decide to go for it right here. That was a lot of damage on that army. Oh, but these Widow Mines. Oh, wow. Blinked right on top of the Widow Mines. Big mistake right there. That is going to do a lot of damage to his army. But at the same time. Yeah.
And it's going to be hard to push in past this bunker here.
Yeah, that's something you don't want to try.
Great against the light bio, but the Stalker's not really good at all at taking out buildings correctly that are being prepared.
That was pretty clutch by that observer. Managed to pick off those 2 Widow Mines just before getting picked off. We do see MaSa with a massive supply lead, and almost all of that's an army. Looks like is he pulling the boys, or is that just all army? Wow, that's just a really big army. Oh, wow.
There's 1 or 2 SCVs with that, but yeah, there's only everything forward here.
Oh,
big
wow,
storm
big
again,
storm.
Chasing them back. Not a lot of energy on these medevacs either. Only 1 with really a healthy amount of energy to bring these back up.
Now, we do see a couple Widow Mines getting dropped, or getting picked up for a drop. I wonder if we'll see MaSa transition into Liberators.
Immediately the army going this way if they see this. He sees them first, luckily. And
good job by MaSa. A bit of a break in the action, but it's been pretty action-packed up until this point.
Definitely, things are certainly faster in this. The medevac slipping off towards the other side. Probably, I think, wants to get into this 3rd base. It's going to be a little rough. The 2nd is now covered by a cannon, so not going to get a lot done there, and it will be hard to penetrate as far as the main.
Here big storms.
Directly into storms again.
Picks off one of the Templar, but that is a lot of damage on that army, and I think MaSa's going to have to back up potentially. Loses 2 Templar, gets a storm off, does a bit of damage, but
coming into the natural here.
Wow, are those going to trigger?
Still
yes,
in
it is.
Cannon range, but
5 kills. Wow. I'd say that's probably worth it. Although that was an expensive trade, a medevac into mine.
Yeah, if it wasn't a medevac too, then I would say yes for sure.
There are a lot of Blink Stalkers in this army, and those medevacs are almost completely out of energy. Oh wow, this army is so low. Ooh, nice, big Widow Mine shot.
Yeah, bursting down into this pump of Widow Mine. He's
Another
going to try and bait them, I believe, forward, but he's actually going to drive the entire thing back here.
And yeah, MaSa just got a big addition of reinforcements from his production and was able to push that army back, do a lot of damage.
Yeah, worker counts are now quite similar, but overall supply is still favoring MaSa by a fair bit.
I think MaSa just needs to relax, get a couple more medevacs, let his army heal up, and I think he has a big lead, but... Oh, big storms. Again, these storms have been money this game. They've really kept HuK in this game.
Yeah, you don't usually get them that big with the Terran just walking directly in into what you're doing. And I guess that's another thing that changes in the flow of how you're playing as well. Yeah, as the big Doom drop comes off here, he's probably going to go directly into the main. But where the old composition was Zealot Stalker with your High Templars behind, you would never have the Terran just charge forward. But now that it's not like that, you do.
Yeah.
So you're going to find that they're going to stim right into storms a lot more than they used to.
Yeah. Which is... a little counterintuitive, but
yeah,
you know,
it is. It's a weird. I think that will change. It's just people's habits now.
Yes, definitely. Oh, we do see a big push coming from HuK. Gonna pick off one Widow Mine. Nice.
Gets away from it.
Meanwhile, Doom Drop coming into the natural. That is.
Yeah, where's he gonna land with this? Coming down.
Couple
in
cannons
the
in there,
base,
but they're not going to be enough to hold off this much army.
Will the army pull back? HuK's entire army is
Does he have a mothership core? I don't think he does.
No.
That is a big oversight. And he's going to lose all his probes. Immortal gets that hardened barrier, but probably still going to lose it.
He could get all these blinked on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because of the Sim City, he's going to save that Nexus. Yeah. If you notice, those Marauders on the bottom, they tried to target the Nexus, but they just didn't have the range, and those 3 gateways protected it. Meanwhile, pushing back into third. Very nice. Oh, but some big Widowmine shots.
Taking out an Archon there.
Archon and an Adept. Could have actually been worse. If it had targeted that clump of Adepts, probably would have wiped those off the map.
Yeah,
once again, the army is just so injured for MaSa.
Yeah, he's backing up once again into this Widowmine area.
Oh, wow.
These Shades coming in to try and stand behind the army. The blink forward here, medevacs on top of everything. Storm's coming down on the entire army, has to try and back away yet again, but he's left his third base hanging there. And SCV's trying to get away. Stalker's obviously not the best against Bio Army, but when there's this many of them, they can hold out, especially with that Storm support.
Denies +2 armor right there. That's pretty big.
We'll back away.
Oh, wow. These Widowmine shots. Oh, wow, and it triggers the shield. These storms, once again, have just been huge. But it looks like HuK might be running out of steam. He's still down in supply.
Yeah, his army supply is now down there, but
that's the thing
his
about
worker count is down, but he does have the base in place.
Oh no, these 3. Oh, nice. Wow, nice. That was beautiful. Just at the last second manages to dodge that.
Yeah, he'll take him out. One is still active in this group, but shouldn't be a problem.
That could have been catastrophic, though.
Yeah.
We do see another drop moving out. Oh wow,
that's still active.
Still in the mineral line. Kills a couple probes. Huh, Stalker on the right sees it.
See it.
If he warps in a Templar, could either feedback that.
And it's 3 Widowmines there, but really the mains are mined out anyway, except for maybe
that's a good point. If he dropped it to third, though, that could be trouble. Oh wow, big Widowmine shot right there. Oh, it looks like just one Widowmine gets down. He is going to be able to burrow that if he would like.
He's going to hide somewhere. The engagement going on here again.
Stalker, that's about the first storm I've seen that's whiffed.
Yeah.
Maybe the second of the game. And
very effective with them. A single Marine.
Worker count
the bravest
is so
Marine
low for HuK
in the world.
He still only has 28 workers. That's it's going to be tough to keep pace with a Terran.
Definitely is, especially MaSa does have 4 bases established here now. He's trying to swing over on the side where HuK is putting up another Nexus on these gold minerals.
Yeah, and once again, the lack of a transition from HuK could hurt him. He's not adding in disruptors.
Yeah, he's stayed at the same
composition.
Same composition throughout the whole game, which has been good to him. But you do eventually have to.
And meanwhile, on the left-hand side, it looks like MaSa was able to force a cancel on that base. That's pretty big. I have to assume that HuK does not have many minerals left on his side of the map. And wow, looking at the income, that is just a huge
3
disparity.
times the amount for MaSa. Of course, he controls the gold on his own side.
2 golds.
Of things, yeah.
That's
although
yeah,
rough.
that first
that
one is
one's
almost
definitely
mined out.
going to
Yeah,
be.
fair enough.
Those are going to mine out so quickly.
Oh, looks like HuK picks off 1 medevac from a drop. That's pretty nice. Bit of a break in the action.
HuK's army just trying to find some angle to come in. Like you said, really no mineral income
we do see
for him at this point.
We do see the upgrades are dead even right now. Still no transition into Liberators, still no transition into Disruptors. That's kind of interesting from both players. I wonder if that missile turret can see...
just
wow, sat in the little sweet spot. Oh, we do see a Ghost coming out, and the snipe ability is now very different. It's a channeling ability. Ooh, wow, big storms. Once again, hitting, damaging some Widow Mines. I think he fed back one of the Ghosts and feedback.
Over at the 4th base, full location, there's a skirmish going on there. Seems to be won by the Protoss.
Widow Mine shot takes out those last 2 Templar. Wow, and he had 4 Templar that got lost right there. That's kind of the core of his army.
Oh,
big concave from HuK. Wow, that is really nice.
This will drive him back. If he can get driven back far enough, that 4th will actually be able to go up.
That was actually an incredible fight from HuK. And I think this might be a shot. He can blink on top of those medevacs maybe. Oh, even dodges one of the Widow Mine shots. That is really nice. Oh, the supplies are so low for both players. Oh, Widow Mine, nice, dodges it again. He's been really on point about dodging those shots. Ooh, big EMP though. HuK is stepping forward. He's going to try and end it now.
Yeah, I think there's going to be too much coming in.
Just that collapse at the end, collapsing on that army.
Yep, some very back and forth. There were times it looked like HuK was going to be able to break all the way through. I think, again, the weakness to that composition is obviously it's harder in this because if you're engaging as a Protoss in Heart of the Swarm, the idea is you go until your Zealots have died, and then your Stalkers should get the hell out.
You keep your valuable units alive.
So that you've got that. It's a whole other game here now. And here it's more your Adepts, and in this case, the Storms that he had that were providing the mass damage. Then once he got in, and it was skirmishes, the Stalkers just fall to that. So
that was an amazing fight though. Right before the end of the game, HuK looked completely dead,
coming
to be
around.
honest. And then he just he hit basically a 270 surround. And managed. You never see that from Protoss. That's so cool.
Yeah, you rarely get a surround on the Protoss side of things. Usually it's being done to you because your army's a big ball somewhere.
But we saw some amazing positioning. And they honestly, that was an amazing game.
Yeah, and
players.
It would have been the end right there too. What MaSa was trying to do in that location was drive a wedge between the 3rd and potential 4th base. And given that there was a ramp around the back of the 4th base, he could constantly deny, and there's no way
it made
for you to get any mineral income.
Really
so he had to take him out of that position. He did. The counter push wasn't quite enough.
It was close though. If MaSa hadn't denied the 4th base just before that, I think he might have had.
Then there would have been staying power at that.
Yes, there would have been enough follow through on the punch.
Yeah, another thing that happens there now too is he didn't have a warp prism with that, and you can no longer just throw down a pylon.
Yeah,
because
that's a good point.
You can't reinforce those positions. So when you make a push like that you almost weren't even expecting to, unless you're super prepared for it, you can't do much with it.
Yeah, and we're getting into